Hello everyone, this is Kapil Sharma from Upright Skills. So my today's topic is cyber awareness. We all know that we are currently going through a bad phase of COVID-19, and hackers are also active these days. They are targeting many different companies, many different people, right? So I'm trying to create a small video. We'll be sharing some good information on how to protect yourself, how to safeguard yourself by implementing certain good practices. So these are the topics which I will be covering: password security, computer security, phone security, banking security, frauds and preventions. Some of the recent active frauds or scams which are currently going on. Some of the common frauds are Paytm KYC expired. So people are getting false SMS on their phones and they have been asked to call XYZ number or maybe click on the link to reactivate your KYC. Call for money transfer to your account. So there are people those who are getting false calls and they will try to manipulate you on the call. They will ask you some information. If you share the information, you become the victim. Paytm apps, payment apps, payment via scanning. So we all know that we are currently using multiple payments apps. It can be it can be Phone Pay, it can be Google Pay, it can be Paytm. So many different apps are there, right? So whenever we get a good offer, we start using those apps. So the frauds are like the person went to the shop, he or she has done the scanning, he has done the payment via scanning the QR code. After coming to home, the person is saying that there are multiple transactions happening without without any notice. So multiple transactions which has happened without any kind of confirmation or without any notice. So these are the frauds which is happening. Phishing emails is one of the greatest way of uh, targeting people or maybe the companies. So there are false emails which are going to the different members, different peoples, different companies. First one is password. The password is a key thing, we all know. Without password, we will not be able to access required things. For example, it can be our email, we cannot access without the password. Our banking portals, we cannot access without passwords. So, password is a key thing. If your password is strong, it is difficult to crack or get into it, right? So, some of the tips to create a strong password: don't use dictionary words in your password. Use at least one numeric character in your password. Incorporate special characters such as and, dollar, or maybe any other symbols you can use. Use uppercase and lowercase in your password. Create unique passwords for each account. So this is important because what we generally do is we create one password and we keep it common for multiple accounts. So this is a very wrong practice. Always create a different passwords for different accounts. Don't use username in the password. Use at least 12 characters. Don't use any personal information in your password. So some of the other tips, uh, some of the things which we have already seen in the previous picture, but some of the things which are not there, I am adding it here. Use strong password. It should be minimum 8 to 12 characters long. Enable two-factor authentication wherever it is possible. Nowadays, it is possible everywhere. Mostly all the uh, banking portals or maybe all the emails are allowing us to add it to second factor authentication in that. So it is always good to enable second factor authentication. Include numbers, symbols, uppercase and lowercase letters in the password. Different passwords for different accounts. Avoid using obvious personal information in the password. For example, Kapil at 123, do not use such passwords, or maybe your surname at 123, or maybe anything. I mean, so do not use simple passwords. Don't do not reuse passwords, the same password again and again. Start using password manager if it is difficult for you to remember. You can change your password at regular interval of times, at least once in 3 months. Do not save a password in the browser or anywhere else. Keep it in your mind. Do not write it anywhere else. Phishing attacks, the prevention of phishing. So here I'm showing you one phishing email which has come to me, which is claiming that this is coming from an Amazon.com. So whenever you buy or whenever you create an account, you will get such information. Keep on getting such information emails. So this email is claiming that it is coming from Amazon. You can see some of the mistakes in the email. So these are the ways of identification whether this email is legitimate or not. The first thing is, you can see here, uh, this email which is coming from is not the Amazon's email ID. It is claiming that it is coming from amazoncanada.ca. So it is not an Amazon email ID. The other suspicious thing, it is saying that dear client. So if you have an account in the Amazon, it will always come. So whenever email comes from Amazon, it will always say dear your username. So whatever your name is, it will always come with that. So if it is coming to me, it will always say dear Kapil Sharma. The other suspicious thing in the email is this link. So there is a link which is attached to it. This link is showing that it is an Amazon link, but when you take your mouse over there, you will find that this link is not exactly the Amazon link. So how to verify this link? You can just take your mouse to that particular link, and you can just see that link where it is going. Or the another thing is, what you can do is, you can just right click on that link, copy that link, and paste it in the notepad. There you will find that this link is not exactly, it should be, it is going somewhere else only. So it is, you can see here, it is going to redirect.kereskedj.com. So it is not an Amazon link, right? So these are the common ways of how to identify the phishing emails. Website phishing. So here there is one screenshot which is attached. You can see that this uh, screenshot is of facebook.com. So when you open facebook.com, you will find this kind of page, but here you can see that there is a link which is there, and this page is exactly created as Facebook page, but the link is different, right? So you will find many such phishing pages which has been created on such kind of things. I mean, it can be a Facebook page, it can be a banking page. So in this page, it is asking you to enter your email ID and password. When you enter that, it gets saved in the backend database, and then it can be used for any kind of attack purposes. So the one thumb rule which you have to keep on remembering, that always think before you click. Do not click on any links. Always think before you click. Identify it properly. If you find it legitimate, then only click on such links. Verify site security. Keep your browser always up to date. Use firewall to block malicious traffics. Don't click on pop-ups. Never share any information over such phishing links. Use antivirus softwares and keep it always up to date. Use ad blocker plugins to block the unwanted ads. Don't get involved in any websites or any email which claims you to give you huge money. So, or any kind of freebies. It is not about money, it can be any kind of freebies. Do not fall for freebies. Here are two screenshots which you can see that one screenshot is of email, a phishing email, the other screenshot is of Paytm KYC expired. Right. Computer security do's and don'ts. So some of the do's and don'ts are: keep your system up to date always. It should be latest patch always installed. Same way with the third-party softwares, always keep them up to date. Latest patches always installed in them. Keep your browser up to date. Keep checking all the plugins. Do not install any unwanted plugins in that. Install licensed version of antivirus on your system. Do not rely on any antivirus system which claims to give you high security. Read or investigate antivirus properly and then install or then buy the proper solution. Connect system to a trusted network or Wi-Fi or LAN. So this is something which is very important, because we don't know what kind of LAN is this, what kind of Wi-Fi is this if you are using. So if you go to airport, when you start using the Wi-Fi from the airport, free Wi-Fi's, we don't know what kind of packets are going, and who is managing this Wi-Fi or LAN, and whether our packets are being sniffed or what. Right. So always use trusted network to do or trusted transactions. Disable pop-ups. As I said, always disable the pop-ups in the browser. Do not store or cache your credentials in the browser. Always keep your computer logged whenever you are not there. Prevent unauthorized people accessing your computer. Do not install softwares from untrusted sources. Use different account for different users. So we all know that we are using computers. We might be having one computers, multiple people using that. So it is the best way that create a different accounts for different users so that you can track it properly. If your kids are using the same computer, it is always good to give them a user with their own IDs with the parental control enabled or with the restricted rights, right? Phone security. Immediately update phone OS whenever the new patch or version is available. Turn on auto application update from App Store or Play Store. Do not install application from untrusted sources. So someone, if someone sends you an APK file or maybe the software packages through an WhatsApp or through any other medium, do not install any such packages. Always install it from a trusted application store or Play Store. Use application locks. So we all know that we are using multiple applications, right? So it is always good to lock those applications with PIN or maybe a biometric lock. Turn off notifications to be displayed on the lock screen, right? So in notification screen, if you keep it on, you might be seeing that if your phone is being lost and if there is some important message which is coming to your phone, then anyone can go and read that messages, right, without opening your phone. So it is always a good practice to keep your notification turned off for critical things. Review application permissions always before installing any application. Read all the agreements in the application, and then based on the agreements, then grant the permissions. Do not blindly give all the permissions to the applications. Always use stock ROM, say no to custom ROM. Install antivirus and keep it updated. Enable phone tracking options if it is available. Remove Truecaller app or any other app which collects your data. Don't use untrusted Wi-Fi. So as I said, do not use any untrusted network. Banking frauds. Some of the banking frauds you can see from the screenshot. One is identity theft, card skimming, SIM swapping, phishing frauds, and phishing. Right. So how to prevent against such frauds? I will share you some information on that. Beware from unknown calls. Best option is to cut the call. So if you are getting any calls which is unknown, and if they're asking for some information, it is always good to just hang up the call instead of getting into the conversation. Beware of calls, letters, email asking you to help or to place a huge amount of money in your account or try to manipulate you in some or the other way. Do not entertain such request. Do not reply to spam or unsolicited email that promises some benefits. So as I said, do not fall for freebies. Be vigilant while signing any financial document. Use security with contactless cards. So we all know that nowadays we are getting contactless cards wherein there is no physical contact required while doing a payment. So Wi-Fi cards are available nowadays. So it is always recommended to start using or to enable a PIN protection in that kind of cards. Don't share any information with unknown person or unknown calls or maybe in a public places. Don't let anyone use your card. Don't use banking from untrusted network. Don't use banking from untrusted computers. Always use genuine antivirus softwares or maybe a licensed antivirus software. Change your password regularly and ensure it is strong one and not similar to the other websites or accounts. Subscribe for mobile notification or text notification. Avoid signing in to any banking emails, any banking links via mailers. So we all know that we are getting money different emails, right? So some of the emails may be coming from your banks and they might be sending you some links. So it is always recommended, instead of clicking on those links, the best way is to go to the website, and from there you can go to that particular area, I mean the link. It can be a phishing link because right, so it is always good to go to the proper website link, and then from there you can select the appropriate option, and then you can carry out your rest of the things. Beware of phishing links. Use multi-factor authentication. Always log out once you are done with your transactions or once you are done with your activity. Don't keep same pin for various debit card or credit cards. Never share pin to anyone else. Do not store your card number and a pin in your phone directory. Don't capture your card image to mobile. Always remove card from the saved categories once you are done with your transactions. Don't link master bank account with UPI or payment apps. Use secondary account which has a minimum balance. This is very important because we are nowadays using multiple apps for doing transactions, right? So it is always suggested that you enable one bank account which has a very minimum balance. For example, it can be 5k or 10k. So in case if your account is being compromised, that account which has minimum balance is only compromised, not your master bank account which has lakhs and lakhs of money, right? So in that way you can limit out your damages. Report immediately for any suspicious activities. How to know if you have been hacked? So what are the symptoms? If your system or your smartphone is being compromised, or if there is any kind of malicious things which is running in your system or smartphone, then the symptoms can be your slow computer or slow smartphones. You may be getting fake antivirus messages. Your internet searches are getting redirected. You see frequent random pop-ups coming up. Your friends receive social media invitation from your account which you actually did not send it. Your online password isn't working. You observe unexpected softwares install. Anti-malware task manager registered it is getting disabled. Your online account is missing money. You have been notified by someone that you have been hacked. You observe strange network traffic. You get ransomware messages. Your wallpaper is getting changed. So these are some of the symptoms which you see if you have been hacked, right? If you have been hacked, what are the next steps? The first step is to consult cyber experts. If it is a banking fraud, then block all your cards, freeze all your banking accounts, change password of all the accounts. It can be email, it can be banking, all the accounts. Password should be changed immediately. Lodge a complaint to a cyber cell. Tell your friends and family that you have been hacked or such incident has happened with you so that the others uh, can be careful. Keep an eye on your financial or credit accounts. Scan your computer for virus and malware. Keep reinstall your operating system and back up your data, and keep patience. Patience is absolutely required because resolving such instances will take time, right? So you need to cooperate with the cyber cell experts, you need to cooperate with the policemen, and you need to keep patience. Things will get resolved, but yeah, definitely it is going to take some time. That is it, guys. I'm done with the this video. I hope this becomes useful for everyone. You can share this with your friends and families, your colleagues, and safeguard yourself from different cyber attacks. So the only one tagline which I would say: be cyber smart and be cyber safe. Thank you.